Welcome to the channel. Please enjoy. Ambitious Westport High School senior Matthew Kidman dreams of a career in politics. He has been accepted to prestigious Georgetown University, but will only be able to afford it if he can win a large scholarship. With graduation approaching, he struggles to find anything truly memorable about his high school experience. However, his luck changes when he meets his beautiful next-door neighbor Danielle. One night, when Matthew was on the phone with Eli, his classmate, he looked at the window and realized that his window was across Danielle's room, where at that time she was changing clothes. Matthew hung up the phone and looked at her. Danielle felt someone was looking, then immediately turned towards Matthew and he quickly hid. Not long after, Matthew's parents called him to come downstairs and were surprised to see Danielle already with her parents.
Matthew! Matthew, come down here. What are you doing up there?
Nothing.
Come down here.
This is Danielle. You know Mrs. Clark from next door. Danielle's her niece.
Danielle just told us something very interesting.
Well, anyway, Danielle just came in from Los Angeles, and she's house-sitting while her aunt's away. Why don't you show her around?
But instead of complaining about Matthew, Danielle asked Matthew to go for a walk. Danielle and Matthew each turn out to be the perfect complement for the other, and they are immediately smitten with one another. However, the relationship is challenged when Matthew discovers through his porn enthusiast friend Eli that Danielle was recently an adult film actress under the stage name Athena. Following Eli's advice on how to deal with this incredible chance, Matthew takes Danielle to a cheap motel. Danielle guesses that Matthew has discovered her past and punishes him by performing a striptease and offering herself to him sexually. When Matthew becomes distressed and asks why she is doing this and not telling him in the first place.
Why are you doing this?
What?
This.
Isn't this what you want? To fuck a porn star in a cheap motel room? So this is what you think of me.
Danielle then just walks away from the motel and ends the relationship. Matthew goes to Danielle's house the next day and attempts to make up everything with her. He comes into her house and seeing a guy, Kelly, a porn producer. Danielle said she's returning to the porn industry and leaving to Las Vegas. Matthew still feels guilty and follows her to Las Vegas with his two best friends to look for her at an adult film event. He tries to convince her not to rejoin the industry by giving a drawing of her when they first met. And when it works, Kelly abducts Matthew from school and physically assaults him, saying that Danielle's failure to arrive on set has cost him $30,000. Kelly offers to let him erase his debt by breaking into rival producer Hugo Posh's home to steal an award statuette. But after Matthew has entered the house, Kelly calls in a robbery report and leaves Matthew.
I'd like to report a robbery.
Matthew avoids the police and called his friends to pick up and get to Danielle's house. They rush to Matthew's scholarship award dinner. Even though he gets high on ecstasy that Kelly told him was aspirin, he improvises a deeply sentimental speech, yet still loses out on the scholarship to one of his rival.
And so, I am proud to announce the winner of this year's Sheridan Scholarship, Ryan Winger.
Kelly then gets his money back by stealing $25,000 Matthew raised to bring Sam Ming, a brilliant Cambodian student, to study in the United States. Not wanting to explain his connections to the adult film industry, Matthew had previously introduced Kelly to the bank staff as his student advisor. Matthew turns to Danielle for help. Danielle calls in a few friends from her days as a porn star, and they're willing to make a video for Hugo Posh on prom night and on school library. After the successful shoot and after Eli has been dropped off with the original tape's copy, Danielle and Matthew make love for the first time in the limousine. The next morning, Matthew is shocked to find Kelly in possession of the tape he has stolen from Eli's home, with his parents and school principal at the dining room table. Kelly asks to speak privately with Matthew and says that unless he's given half of all profits, he will play the tape immediately. Matthew refuses because the money rightfully belongs to Samning. He stands up and dares Kelly to do it. As the tape begins to play, it becomes clear that Matthew and his friends have made a progressive sex education tape rather than a pornographic film. With no more cards left to play, Kelly finally admits defeat. Hugo Posh and Matthew make millions from the video. Hugo Posh keeps his word and pays for Samning to come to the USA, while Matthew has enough money to attend Georgetown and take Danielle to DC with him.
And of course, I'll never forget the girl next door.